Hi, Robbie here. It's another Thursday morning, and right now I'm thinking about my night blooming cactus. In our backyard, we have a cactus that it's really an amazing plant. Uh, it grows slowly and it has large leaves, and once a year it produces a blossom. It's not like a rose or a petunia or any of the regular plants that we see around that produce blossoms throughout the year or it, every spring for weeks at a time. This plant produces a blossom once a year, and the the buds on the flower buds grow for a couple of weeks and get larger and larger, and finally one night the bud starts to open up, and it starts to open at sunset one night, and by the time midnight comes around, the blossom is open. It's a big, beautiful white flower, and it lasts till sunrise the next morning. Then it starts to fade. So the blossom withers for the next day or two, and then finally falls off. It's it's really an astonishing thing. This plant that produces a flower once a year for just a couple of hours, and then the flower falls down. How, how does the flower get pollinated? The birds and the bees aren't flying around at night. Maybe a moth comes by, maybe a bat flies in, but by the time the flower falls off, if it's ever gotten pollinated, it's going to be a rare event. How do these plants survive to the next generation? Well, I'm wondering about that. I'm wondering about events that happen just once in a lifetime or once a year, besides my birthday. How influential are these once a year or once in a lifetime events going to be on my life? How I bet there are a lot of these events that have a lasting effect on me and on you, probably, that happen just once but has a dramatic effect and lasts a lot. Uh, I'm thinking about these once and done type events, and wondering how much of who I am or who we are are influenced by these rare events that happen just once in a while. And before we know it, we're a creature of habit that follows these rare, once once in a while events. Well, that's what I'm thinking about right now. Maybe I'm paying too much attention to my garden, but I'm thinking about these once in a while events and how influential they can be. Well, that's what I'm thinking about now. I'll talk to you again next Thursday.